Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
Well, it's a little bit of a gamble. It's not that auto win that I think Razor might have been, but I do think that this hero is going to allow them to push towers a little bit easy, making the body blocks work for him on Stonebank. So obnoxious.
It's just so damn annoying. Stonebank can't go anywhere. He even turns around trying to get the whirling axes out for some counter damage, but he might actually die. Z-Freak's going for it, and Z-Freak's got it. That's lifting for them, so you can avoid getting shut down early. It's going to go quite a long ways as they get the root onto Moo. Here comes Z-Freak, though, looking to help out, and holds the shackle for as long as he can. Now he'll deploy it, and they'll turn a little bit of damage, but now another root. This time it's B9 getting in there with the frostbite, and ooh, it's not in a great spot. Another root comes
At the same time, so close. Almost a solo kill. Gunner almost did it.
Oh, Moo wants it.
Yeah, and I think he's got it. Just caught him after the 2 astral steps. That's so sick. But that was also the very typical 5-minute rotation coming in from Husky that wasn't the most impactful, but it's a lot of damage, a lot traded out. And actually, oh, B9, does he have it? He really have this. This is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but with the Nature's Wrath, it stopped short.
Speed gets pulled back in. There's a shackle coming in. Power shot into Bloodright. Never mind, Bloodright. Not needed. As Gunner gets the kill. That was a lot of mana. Large Stonebank. Perseverance finished off. Working his way now towards the damage parts of the Battle Fury. But while that's happening, Ryoya's got a haste rune, and they're going to look to make a move onto the Bloodseeker here. They've got a lot of damage to throw, and Gunner and Moo will come in. Maybe they can get some revenge, but it's only going to be onto Bloody 9 right now as... Oh, the haste was still up on the Voids. How many times now? 2 times that the Bloodseeker's gone down, as Husky's actually potentially caught here as well. Chakram comes through, slows him up. Gunner, though, is going to zip his way in. Needed to pull somebody, but didn't actually want to go for it. But now with Z-Freak coming over, they are going to give this a go. They're on to Yarn. There's going to be the Shackle as a follow-up stun. Didn't really lash, but Yarn should still die here. The question is, can they deal with Ryoya in speed? Because they are pushing their way forward. Moo is in some serious trouble. He's going to drop down that Vessel charge on to speed, trying to sidestep himself away from these Timber Chains. And for now, he's doing a pretty solid job of it. Drops the Sprout as well. Turns around. There's the Shackle, lashing between 2. Gunner comes in, looking for the Vortex onto Ryoya. They'll find that kill. And they lock down speed as well as Kostabile comes in. Kostabile is pretty close as well. Is that enough of an answer to just have Magic Immunity on your own side?
It's going to be a combination, I think, of DogChamp getting Force Staffs to deal with the Sprout and then finding the timing. Really, all the pressure is going to be on Kostabile, but yeah, again, it's just a root. It's root, a ward, an ulti from Stonebank.
To kind of immediately shut that down. At the same time, though, further to the north, B9 is getting into a little bit of trouble, but the reinforcements are coming. They're going to look to turn this fight. Z-Freak gets hit up by the Remnant as well as the root from the Frostbite. They find the first kill. Don't know if they're going to be able to take the second. Husky does get away, so just the one, but you were...
This inevitable issue of Stonebank. How are we actually dealing with the troll? And, well, Ryoya found a pick. Z-Freak is 100% going to go down here, and with the creep wave pushing in mid, this is an incredibly scary timing for Nouns. With the way that they used their glyph before, it's a huge timing for DogChamp if they really need to. Poke the high ground. They could just force you back to the base right now, and with a minute on the Aegis, they don't want to expend any spells on Stonebank. He almost wants to die.
He's going to barrel his way through the tier.
Are just a little bit more ready for this team fight. They have triple BKB now finished up on their cores. This is before the Aghanim Scepter on Void Spirit as well, so it's a little bit of a force, but if he can just hide on the Void, Aegis is going to expire in 5 seconds here. Everybody's talking about that in the comms. Got to be so careful on Stonebank. He's losing so much HP.
2 seconds. He's falling back. Gunner doesn't want to let him go, though, and they are going to be able to get onto him. The problem is, Gunner gets immediately rooted. He used his BKB on the first attempt. He will buy back, though, trying to rejoin the fight. They know Stonebank is still low. He's got the Rupture on him. If they could just track him down, but they're just not able to do so. They're losing too many heroes. Gunner is going to zip all the way over, trying desperately to get the troll, and he will finally do so. But now they've got to clean up the rest of the lineup. They're going to try and get Bloody 9 quickly, and they do manage that kill, but Speed has the Chakram out. Gunner has to try and jump away, but he's very low on mana, but now Kostabile comes in. Race car on the Bloodseeker allows him to just completely catch up. They will find Speed, and now...
Troll, they're out of the base right now, and if a huge fight does start, this could just be easy pickings in the bot lane.
Here come Nouns. They are looking to make this exact play. Rupture is going to drop onto Ryoya. They're able to pull him in with the Vortex here as well. They lock him down. They finish him off. Now they want even more. They've caught out Yarn, trying to finish him off quickly as he goes for the TP out, and he might actually make it. No, they have enough damage. They will be able to finish him, but now B9 is the one in some trouble. BKB is active. He's going to try and channel out the ult, and it's not bad, Dan.
Talent we all dread. It's a very scary timing here, and they're making a plan to Costa Bela, but they're still as 2 right now. Their teammates are trying to run over to them, but they have to be so careful. But a lot of good targets, actually. In the Rupture on speed, I don't know if you want this fight anymore.
And now Stonebank is completely by himself. Impetus shots are coming in for some high damage as well. They're just going to blow him up. They find the kill to get the root onto B9 as well. This is turning into a disaster. Now they're going to turn their attention back to speed, but Ryoya trying to jump into the fight, looking to get on the backline. Kosable activates the BKB. He wants to just keep on pushing, needs the kill on a Bloody 9 here, both for the kill and for the health, and he's not going to get it. They actually take down his first life. However, this is coming at a cost. Back on the other side of the engagement, Ryoya was completely alone, and they do manage to finish him off. Gunnar wants even more. Zipping forward, catches out B9. Yaren now the target. Decreps himself, trying to get away, but there's going to be the Sprout to keep him locked in place. The power shot flies through, and it's actually Gunnar who... Okay, smoke pops. Ooh, able to pop the BKB, so he is going to be okay. The question is there another move? Stonebank? Well, he's trying to take down the Wraith pack. That would be a nice play. The problem is he's going to get hit up. Gunnar comes in. Electric Vortex connecting onto 3. Blood right being thrown down underneath them. They've already taken out B9, but their own heroes are in a bit of a bad way. Moo is dropping low. They'll finish him off. Husky in some trouble as well. So that is 2 dead. Husky buying back immediately. Kosable, meanwhile, trying to get in for the damage. They've dropped Ryoya low. Gunnar gets silenced up as he zips in, but they should still be able to find the kill under Ryoya. Actually, there we go. They do eventually get it. It's going to cost him pretty heavily, though, because Kosable, he's just getting bashed to hell. Can he fall back? No, he can't. Speed gets that pickoff. But Stonebank and Speed are not looking very healthy. Stonebank's at least able to get off that Satanic, so he is starting to heal, but once it ends, he might be in some trouble. Impetus shots are going to come through. They get the leash onto him from the Sprout, dropping low. No help here as Speed gets stunned up by the Shackle. And I'll tell you what, ET, they looked a whole hell of a lot better in this fight than the last one, but it's still going to be a loss as Speed's TP is canceled. He's making a break for it.
Got a Force Staff. We'll be able to survive for the time being, but okay, maybe not.
Nope. Oh, Gunner's able to take him down. Gotta be careful, though, because, yeah, Stonebank was nearby, but they get the Gale Force for the pushback. Gunner's able to retreat, and now, Nouns, look at them. They're not sure. Would go for Roche right now. Would be not easy, but doable, but they were actually kind of hoping someone would stick around, potentially leave themselves open to a gank, but when that doesn't happen, they do have to push in. Husky getting hit up initially, but he's able to pop the BKB, and now this fight's going to get awkward. B9 trying to channel out the ult, quickly realizing that's probably not in his best interest, but he is still going to get taken down here. So B9 out of the fight, buys back immediately. Gale Force, though, will be deployed again. Ryoya gets hit up by the Rupture, has to fall back and reset, but Gunnar doesn't want to let him go. Going to push his way forward. Eul Scepter is used defensively, though, so Ryoya is not caught up in that Vortex, but he's still going to be taken down. And now the Shackle, latching between Speed and Stonebank. They are just chunking away at this Troll. He does get the ult off, though. He's going to try and do his best here, but he didn't actually activate the Satanic first, and the only target he's hitting is Z-Break, who dodges every right-click with the Wind Run, and they're just getting completely run down here. Stonebank dead, Speed dead, B9 back into the fight, but not for long as Gunnar tries to jump in onto him. Not able to finish off the kill immediately, but moves there for the backup. They will clean things up, and now Ryoya's buyback is not going to work out either, as he gets cleaned up on the high ground, and DogChamp, I mean, they just threw everything.
We've got 2 heroes on dieback. Don't think we're going to see much of a defense.
Oh, they caught Stonebank.
Yeah, you lose him here. I feel like the game is just going to be over, said and done. They're healing him up. They're trying their best, but then the backline gets pushed forward by the Gale Force, and I think he's just dead to rights.
He's healing up with the Satanic at least, so he is going to be able to give this another go, but there's going to be the Shackle, there's going to be the Zip, Stonebank is dead. They're going to clean up the rest of the lineup, and there's your GG. DogChamp's win streak will finally be brought to an end as Nouns take the opening game of this best-of-5 grand final.
And not a bad game, though. 42 minutes in, the kills-wise, Nouns were all out and just kill and eat through. But at the same time, DogChamp, I feel like they've got the better team fight. I feel like they've got the very strong team fight abilities. They've got... It's just going to be both of these sideliners nuking in the wave with their spells. Mana might be an issue eventually for one of these sides, but Speed can't land a spear because of the Heavenly Grace. The Heavenly Grace makes the trade super easy. This could be something, though. Gonna lose that, and then the Brain Sap, but goes to BOA.
Turn. They don't get it in time, though. I think he's still gonna get this kill, but they do give up the first blood. Speed's able to get it, and getting so close to level 6 so quickly is that he has been playing out of this lane pretty consistently, so continuing to do so as middle lane. Yeah, there's going to be the push in from Z-Freak. They get the stun, they get the kickback. Ryoya is taking damage from the Magnetize as well. I still don't know if it's enough to actually kill him, and now with Yaren here, they may look to turn. Gunner's got to be unbelievably careful. But he wants this. They get another stun, but there's the cold embrace. Gunner, I don't know if you really want to do this. The tower shots are going to start to come into play. And Gunner is going to get taken down. Magnetized damage is not enough for Ryoya, although with him going back into the fight...
He's crazy.
Yeah, that's... Walking away, so there's nothing to do. But yeah, that is really brutal if you're DogChamp. Gunner can make rotations... I mean, whenever the TP is up, but Ryoya came down here and committed the Dragon form, so he is not in a good way. And on the other side of the map, there's a potential play being made onto Stonebank here. They get Costabile in with that Solar Guardian. Stonebank dropped low, Stonebank taken down. Yarn TPing in, too late to help, and, well, too late to save. Maybe he can help, because Costabile is not in a great spot in terms of his HP, but they're turning around.
No.
Chaos Bolt stun. Yarn has to commit that Cold Embrace, but that means Speed is trapped in place. Costabile turns around, they find the kill, and now, well... do they go in for Yarn as well? Looks like it. There's the bolt into the Reality Rift. Not enough mana for the Soul Assumption, but they don't need it. They just have the right clicks.
Helm up, you have the grip. You just have to try and set up and split across your opponents. And Ryoya has done a really good job in this mid tower. Needs to not get punished on the mid tower, but oh, is he gonna get kicked into a CK? Oh, what a nightmare! Oh, bloody nine.
Yarn's going to come in, still doesn't have the ult, but he's at least able to create a distraction, but they're still pushing forward. Costabile in onto the front line. They're going to take B9 down first. Yarn dropping low. Gunner, meanwhile, rolls forward, gets the stun. Speed is in with the arena, though, into the spear, so Gunner, he's actually not taking any further damage. They only get that spear stun down onto him, but they're not able to follow it up just yet, but it looks like eventually they should finish Gunner off. But at what cost? Speed is dropping pretty low. He would love to chase down Husky, but the spear actually pushes Husky to safety, and Costabile is still dishing out the damage. Speed is dropping low. Speed will go down. That just took so long.
But at the same time, great vision bottom. Costabile spotted, and no help, no TP's in. He's so tanky, though. He's so tanky.
Buying a lot of time, and he's still not dead. There's the Grace, there's the heal, and the reinforcements. They're here. B9's in trouble. He is going to get locked down. Meanwhile, Gunner rolls all the way in onto Ryoya. They're going to get the Solar Guardian down as well for a follow-up stun.
I'm afraid for DogChamp, though, it will come after this Roche. Don't know if they're going to want to contest this, but by, 2-3 minutes here, we should see BKBs on our DK and Mars, and then maybe we're looking to take a team fight for once in this game.
They got a Blink Dagger up on the Dragon Knight, so Ryoya is going to be able to do something in terms of initiation. The problem is, they might be initiating into Aegis, because Nouns take that for free. They give it over to Costabile. Meanwhile, to the north, Gunner and Z-Freak track down Yarn once again, and he did buy that.
Really incredibly farmed here. Needs to be so careful of the birds, though, and should barely be able to TP out here. Yeah, can't close that gap, and that's where Nouns... well, when it comes to breaking TPs and fighting these heroes, unfortunately, Husky's not really capable of that. It's where, until this point, it has just been Z-Freak and Gunner, and they do keep on finding something, but they're only finding supports. It's just been Yarn and B. Lines at the same time. The Visage gets the bot tier 2. They cleared Ryoya out of there, as Gunner is actually looking for the DK in mid, and yeah, he has to give up on the wave, but oh, has he? No, it's not timed out. He did it too late. He had to do it as soon as he saw him roll on the mid wave, and well, rat down.
He is dead, and Moo is looking to push some heroes off the tower here as well. Familiar's a bit of a double take there, and I think that might have cost him the time he would have needed, but that was a close one. Stonebank, that would have been him completely alone, and there were only 2 heroes directly on him at the time, but Nouns could have just rushed heroes over as Gunner continues to go hunting here. Finds Yarn up in the top lane, so they will continue to punish this split push game, and now B9... it's a hard knock life being that position 5 support as he gets taken down, but now with the supports dead, there's very little to defend Stonebank here outside of him popping his own ult, and Nouns would love for him to just kind of blow the ult here, but Stonebank doesn't want to have to use it. Ryoya blinks in, nice stun onto Husky, trying to take the Omni Knight down. Now the Stone Gaze will come forward, but Husky's able to pop his own ult. The GA comes through, and now if you're DogChamp, do you want to be here? I don't think you have a choice. Costabile pushes in, Stonebank dropped low, Stonebank stunned up, Stonebank taken down. And they're just going to get run at now. Ryoya will be dropped. Speed, I think, should survive. Costabile is trying to use the Aegis. Going to be able to do so. Can they lock him down? B9's got the Fiend's Grip.
Yeah,
Okay.
But there's Gunner.
Silence in. He's dove the tier 4s, but it works perfectly. He just rolls his way back out. They still don't really want to let Costabile go, but there's not a whole lot they can do. Heavenly Grace comes in, and
He warded everywhere, or killed in the process of warding. And well, Z-Freak, he's running into 4 heroes here, and it's a nice actual Winter's Curse.
Is it enough, though? Because now here comes Gostable pushing into the fight. Yarn gets taken down. Speed drops the arena, gets a stun on to move, but there's no follow-up damage. There's no one here to help him. The rest of the lineup is stuck outside of the arena, and they just have to fall back, but Gunnar doesn't want to let him go. Rolls in, drops some magnetize. Damage coming through. Soul Assumption onto Stonebank. They're going to try and slow him down. They stun him up. They hit him with the Spirit Vessel. Stonebank needs help. His teammates, though, are just as low as he is. They're not going to be able to get to him in time, and Stonebank is going to die. Speed may actually end up going down here as well, and they're just going to get completely wiped out. Triple kill for the Dawnbreaker, and now Rio.
That's where Nouns very simply, just stay near the high ground, near their sentry, and then this play should die from DogChamp, and they have to be careful that they don't die alongside with it.
Oh, they spotted Bloody Nine again. They quickly take him down. Now they're on to Rioyas. Solar Guardian comes in. The stun connects. It actually hits Speed as well.
Oh.
And now Gunnar rolls in. Fight's done. Stonebank's going to give it a try, but I don't know how much he can really do here. The Guardian Angel comes out, so there is 0 damage being deployed, and they're just going to call it. GG is going to be thrown out, and boy, ET, Nouns are just a team on a whole different level right now.
And then you're going to have Z-Freak with all of the vision in the world here. Well, Nouns had a vision problem before. Guess what hero solves that entirely? This is
less farm than usual, but I think if you're Nouns, as long as Moo's still finding his levels and gets to the point where he can start sort of making rotations around the map, you're not going to care as much.
Yeah, and then Z-Freak gets to walk over. It gives a love tap over to Rioya, and I feel like this is going to be your first blood, and you give it to Gun. Kind of win the lane for your friend here. It goes to Belay, even though he is a little bit behind in terms of last hits. Again, you have more base damage, a lot more base damage on the Tiny to work with, so it is just that much easier. HP-wise, Belay is not really getting forced out.
Meantime, Z-Freak makes another sort of half attempt over as... Hold on, actually. The fight's mid instead. Caught the very...
And I don't know how he got that XP, if it's just from the kill before, if Z-Freak got out of the range or something like that, but I feel as if Relay just let himself get caught off guard with the level of 6 and just dies for it, as B9 also just gets taken out in the top lane, and Nouns, oh, it got Gunnar.
It's going to be the zip into the Vortex, into the Malefice, and that's just too much damage. Stonebank dead, and Yarn, yeah, you really can't be here, man. That's exactly why. Gunnar, does he get the right click? Yes, he does. Overload finishes things off, and yeah, as you said, they're starting to gets turned over to Speed instead, but now Speed is in a rough spot, and here comes the Storm zipping in. Speed is not dead yet because Gunnar wants to go after B9 first. Husky is there, though, to clean up the first kill, and I think it's just a matter of time here for the second. Actually, it might just be a third because Yaren gets taken down in the bottom lane instead. B9 is actually not going to fall. That's a bit of good news for him, but now they need some sort of recovery play. They're going to go on to Costable to hit him up with the coil. Husky, Nature's Attendants don't really work unless you're next to your teammate, and he doesn't get in there in time, so Costable does die, but they are turning the fight around. They took down B9. They would love to chase Ryoya as well, but Gunnar doesn't have the HP. He is going to fall. Speed even TP is in to get the Avatos combo onto...
Played build instead. Honestly feel as if they could probably go for a kill onto him if they see him, but that's where Husky, he's going to catch him out, and they actually just saw him orb. Wait a second.
Oh, that's a problem.
No.
They jump straight onto him. There's that silence. Impetus coming in for the follow-up damage, and Ryoya...
What a timing. That's just...
so unfortunate.
Missed their smoke timing a little bit. You usually want to do it maybe a minute to 45 seconds before it's going to be nighttime, just so that we can get it off as soon as possible, but this smoke into smoke is not looking great for DogChamp in the black hole.
And it's going to catch on to 3. There's the avalanche to cancel it out, but it did still do a fair bit of work. Ryoya, he's at least able to fall back, but I think now the supports are kind of stuck in the middle of it. Yarn is trying to get away. Gunnar, though, actually went to continue the chase. He jumps into the coil, however. The toss actually did not snap that coil, but they do get the Fiend's Grip down. So Gunnar is going to fall. Rest of Nouns do finish off Yarn, but now... Well, what do they have left? They use the black hole. Haunt's still on cooldown, and Gunnar's dead, so...
It's an advantage that we've already seen DogChamp lose track of before. I feel like that's where they really need to start making the calls. It's where decisiveness becomes everything, and, well, there's a coil. They get these kills so close to the tier 2 as well. This is going to be building damage, but watch Z-Freak. He can't hold now, though.
Oh, they actually caught Ryoya, however. They're able to get him back into the Vortex, so they do take him down. That is a nice Fiend's Grip from B9, but do they have enough damage to actually kill him off? They're going to go for the toss. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. Speed gets the kill. Husky falls. Or not Husky, excuse me, his courier falls. He's hit by the Nightmare, and I don't think he's getting out of this one. They're just going to surround... Oh, God. They surround the Enchantress. The Z-Freak comes in. There's going to be your Black Hole onto 4. They're going to clean up both of the supports right away, and now they got the Silence down. Speed in some trouble. They're trying to finish him off first. Then they can focus on the Medusa alone, but Stonebank, he was doing a nice bit of damage while they were trying to get the Tiny, so... Does end up with a kill, and now Moo's hesitant to go back in, but decision gets made for him. They get the toss into the Avalanche. Moo needs to be able to get onto the high ground again. He's not going to be able to make it, though.
Goal for their side.
Magnum Scepter finished off there by the Spectre, so they have a chance as Z-Freak drops the Black Hole. It's only on to 1. It's Bloody Nine was the target, so they do take him down, but what else can they get right now? Well, not much more, but Stonebank did use the ult, so maybe they have an opening, and now they're going to try and make their move. They would love to get onto Bloody Nine a second time as he had bought back into the game, but they just really don't have the damage right now. Gunnar just has to sort of back away, but Ryoya doesn't want to let him go. Dream Coil, though, will whiff, and it looks like Gunnar does manage to TP himself home. Nouns will all back as...
So they place one of their own, so this could be a hole to play in here. DogChamp need to be very careful on the cliff, and Speed. Oh, look at this. It's not what they wanted, but they'll take it.
Ooh, okay. Check the pit. He did catch Yarn, but now here comes Stonebank. There's going to be the Stone Gaze activated, and Ryoya jumps in. Drops the coil. They kill off Husky, but they would love to get more, and they do have eyes on Costabile. They're not going to actually chase after him, though, but now the Black Hole comes in. It does catch Stonebank, but really, they're trying to go after everyone else instead. They kill off Yarn, but I think that's all they can do. Moo has to try and fall back, and Costabile is already out of the fight. Gunnar, though, is going to reinitiate. He sort of re-upped in the fountain, but oh my god, Stonebank just destroys him with the right-click damage. Gunnar at least lives. But this is not a fight they can take any longer. Moo's not going to be able to get away. The Avalanche stuns him up. The toss comes in to finish it.
That could just be the game. That could be the end right here. Costabile is just simply too weak. He's not able to do anything. He's not able to hold a candle to Stonebank right now. And that's game. I feel like there's nothing they can do here at this point. With the Ancient exposed, they don't even need to worry about the heroes right now. Stonebank's just going to end it for him. But, man, we're going. We're going to game 4. What a game from Stonebank. This is the best Medusa I've seen from him. Usually he goes for the lanes. Usually he slows. He could see an absolute spiral here. At the same time, though, look at that Gunnar Tusk. We get to see him take it to the mid lane. His pub special, the hero that he makes everybody dread over at EU. And
going to want, especially considering Ryoya has already gone for the tree with that first point. But well, they'll give it a try, and actually it's only Costabile here to even attempt to contest them. The rest of the lineup for Nouns went further to the north, where they're actually looking for the kill. That's a nice play with the shards from Gunnar. B9 gonna get the follow-up stun onto him from...
Decided to put a sentry into that small camp. If it was just purely a body block, this would be coming up all DogChamp, but because of that, they do just meet the waves. This is still a free creep wave that does get pushed into Moo, but yeah, that was a little bit hairier than I think they were ready for. While bottom lane, well, yeah, it just kind of works for you, and it's one of the issues in playing versus this Alchemist. If he gets that creep surplus on you, you're kind of pressed for skill points on DK, and with him getting 2 points up in the Dragon Blood, which is exactly what you kind of want to do, it means you don't have that security for getting the range creeps as bottom lane, though. Huge trades. Everybody is so low across the map here, but look, Costabile, body blocks. Do they give up? He's got Arctic Burn in 1, but does really die for it? Ooh, cold brace? Okay.
Ooh. With 2 bracers on him already, so does he start to rotate, or do they maybe bring the fight to his lane?
Well, let's see. Oh, with this rune, maybe we could see him actually get active here, and oh boy, I feel like Speed might be getting taken down here, but that's where you are in. Yeah, he's so ready for this fight, and Speed is just a little bit too tanky here. He's saving the Cold Embrace so long, and oh, greed from the bird, and now does he get punished? Kind of feels like it. The Arcane Rune, just no cooldowns on your Tusk. Your Tusk that does so much damage here. Shards in 3. It's like there's 0 ways Yarn can actually escape this. Even Ryoya actually ends up coming over here, but just to steal the bounty rune. Chorus here, but it's where Nouns, they want the exact opposite. They want to go in on you. They do not want to give you any time to breathe. I mean, look at Moo. He's trying to sap XP right now. Might get tossed into the... Yeah, well, maybe steals an Ancient or 2. I don't even know if he got that lucky, but that's where Gunnar's coming in, though.
Not really sure what he's looking to do here at this point. However, he's lost about half his HP before he even hits anyone, and now the Avalanche is going to come in. They get the Arctic, or the Winter's Curse, excuse me, and Gunner's dead. They get the follow-up stun. They take him down. They're going to get the Phoenix here as well with the root, so Z-Freak can't really jump away, and that just felt unbelievably uncoordinated from Nouns. Moo gets caught out.
It's just his reactions here and the smoke dissipating that now they know where Nouns are. This is scary.
They're going to try and force the issue mid, but they are in some trouble. There's going to be the avalanche into the toss. The Arctic, or the Winter's Curse is actually going to lock Kosabile down, but not for very long, and now they're starting to turn. B9 and Husky will trade themselves out, speed dropping low, but there's going to be the Cold Embrace to keep him alive. Stonebank comes in with that DOT, so they finish off Moo. Now they want in onto the Razor. BKB already used. Avalanche is going to be there to lock him down, but Husky quickly buying back, trying to rejoin the fight. Gunner coming in with the Snowball. They're going to lock down the Alchemist. Now they drop the Supernova as well. Really trying to get this Alch as best as they can. He's trying to run away. He does avoid the Supernova stun, but he is stuck now in the river. Can he get any kills with the Radiance? No, he cannot. Speed is going to try for Kostabile, though. He doesn't get it, but Bloody Nine will.
Well, it's so close. Without that buyback from Husky, that game might just... Pulling that out to the low ground is just a really nice bait, honestly, from Nouns. They thought they could do that, but...
They get him here.
No.
Keeping him stunned up. BKB comes out, but he's physically blocked. They need a little bit more damage, though, but there's Yarn blinking in. Gonna drop down that Winter's Curse. Stonebank gets the stun. Not really onto the hero he might have wanted, though, because Gunner is still trying to force this fight, but he doesn't have the damage. He's not going to get it. They root him up now with the Rod of Atos, and... Well, okay. Turns out Stonebank knew exactly what he was doing. I thought maybe he wanted to stun up the Tusk, but he really didn't need to be that afraid of the Tusk damage as... What is going on here? Kosabile? Okay.
I feel like they know that support is coming. Nouns need to get out of bottom. They can't stick around here, even though Yarden's looking.
Okay, Moo. Nope, don't get baited, but he's not going to be able to avoid it. His BKB was ready, but he didn't pop it. He thought it was just Yaren, but... Well, it wasn't just Yaren at the end of the day. Perfect bait out from the Wyvern. Stonebank's there to act as the hammer, and... Yeah, Moo is still kind of struggling here, and that death, the Alch, right? The old sort of Alch effect, net worth-wise, but... The rest of the DogChamp lineup is not that far behind their counterparts, so really... You need to try and make something happen here if you're Nouns, and you look at them. They've got eyes on the middle lane. They would love for Ryoya. They're going to jump in. There's the Walrus Punch. Can they kill him pre-BKB? Yes, they can. Now Kosabile actually hit up the static link onto Stonebank, so Stonebank has to try and fall back.
Now just wait, watch the timer on that static link, and actually found a pretty decent curse here, but Yaren, this is so scary.
Kosabile dropping low. Stonebank's back in. BKB's activated. Gunner tries to get on the back line. They'll take Yaren out, but can they get the Razor out of the fight? He's just ticking down to the burn. The Reality Rift from Husky, though, actually pulls Stonebank away. Now they're going to go for the Supernova, and Stonebank's just straight up dead. Kind of forgot about the rest of his team there, as Stonebank...
Here, this is a really great wrap here. No vision placed beforehand, and they found Husky first, but...
Ryoya pops the BKB. Stonebank is now in, but there's going to be a defensive snowball pulling them away. Kosabile, meanwhile, activates his own BKB and tries to push in, but there's going to be that Winter's Curse. Moo dropped low. Sunry's actually keeping him up, though, long enough to actually activate his own BKB, and now the Supernova will be deployed. The kick actually pushes the Alch away from the egg. He's not going to be able to get the right clicks in. They lose Ryoya. Speed is now stunned up as well, alongside Bloody Nine. And
just have the vision, have the control on the high ground here. It's going to be a fight for the wards, otherwise DogChamp are going into this one blind. And I don't know if they can make that happen. Buybacks also looking pretty healthy, but they would love to trade away the Tiny and the Pit Ward first, but there's the ward placed.
Quick jump in. They're going to try to take down B9 as fast as they can. Stonebank, though, does get in onto the back line, but is a little bit alone for the time being. Does have to be incredibly careful, but it's actually Speed that they're going to jump in on. There's the Walrus Punch, forces out the BKB. Stonebank, though, going in, looking for the fight. Abyssal Blade stun down onto Gunner, but he doesn't have the damage for this. Ryoya, though, comes in, goes for the toss back, so Stonebank is still going to fight, but now Supernova comes through. Can they keep mid-arm's length, though? No, they can't. Sea Freak will fall, and at this point, Nouns really are starting to run out of damage. They need to be able to take this fight. It's not going fantastically. Stonebank is somehow still alive. They're actually going to kick him away just so that he ends up self-stunning. Z-Freak ends up, well, Icarus diving into that stun, but it won't matter. Gunner rejoins the fight, finds the kill. Triple kill for Ryoya on the other side, though, as DogChamp are still desperately trying to important heroes, so they now need to try and do something. They smoke up, but Husky's right there to just completely shut that down, and now, if you're DogChamp, do you really want to keep on trying for this? B9 doesn't have a choice. He's going to get kicked back into the fight. Not able to finish him off just yet, but over to the east, Kosabile is dropping pretty low here. He's going to try to get out with the Snowball. Snowball's actually going to pull him back into the fight, but it does buy time for Kosabile to pop that... Pop that refresher, but he's still low. Needs to be able to get away. He's being tracked down, but it buy a lot of time and dish out a lot of extra damage, but now I don't really know if they can go any further forward. Husky He's going to get taken down a second time, but while all of this is going down, Stonebank is completely alone over on the other side of this fight. He's going to stun himself up here, but can Gunnar really do this? Does he have the damage? I'm not really sure he does, but he's not going to really be able to walk away either. There's going to be another Winter's Curse coming in. Meanwhile, Z-Freak just tries to dive in, hoping to create some sort of distraction, moves back into the fight as well, but his BKB is not available, so he's rooted up inside the Pit of Malice, just has to hold his ground, not going to be able to do so.
Terrifying. What a tossback. Game-winning tossback. If they win this game, Aurelia just did something magical with that tiny. Yarn was dead to rights there. There was no way he was escaping. And actually,
They're going to jump in. Can they kill Yarn off? They're going to kick him back, keeping him isolated. Tries to go for the play with the Cold Embrace, and it is working for now. He's not dead yet, but another stun's coming in, and Yarn will be taken down. Stonebank, though, into the fight. Abyssal Blade stun onto Gunnar, trying to bring him down. Has to Walrus Punch to create the separation. Now the Supernova's going on the low ground, so Stonebank is in trouble. He's going to get kicked back. He's stuck inside of that Supernova radius. They're going to be able to stun him up. Can they do more damage? Snowball in. Walrus Punch is going to be there. Ryoya blinking forward, though. Avatos takes Gunnar down. Buys back immediately. Stonebank, though, still stuck in the river. Cold Embrace buying time. Yarn buys back, drops the curse. And Stonebank simply will not die. He continues to stand tall here, but Costabile trying to get on that backline. Pops the first ult, gonna refresh, goes for the second. Gunnar back into the fight, gets the Walrus Punch off. Stonebank's taken down. Yarn gets kicked away. The Snowball is still onto him, but at this point, DogChamp are just too scattered. They're buying back on everyone that they have left, but they need to be able to regroup, and Ryoya is kind of the one who's stuck really on the opposing side of the map, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get away. Yarn, meanwhile, Cold Embraces himself. Snowball, though, is going to stun him up, so they do take him down a second time. Now they want more, but the Unstable Concoction was deployed. Z-Freak locked down. Another Snowball in from Gunnar into the Walrus Punch, into the kick. Keeping the Alchemist out of the fight. Husky now buying back, rejoining as well. And I think what the problem is, it's tense because DogChamp don't really have anything to do other than just sort of wait this out and play defensively. And at this point, I don't know. Nouns still don't really have to commit much for this. Uh-oh, Moo. Okay. In a bit of trouble, but he's able to force staff himself away to safety. Gunnar now tries to jump in, gets the kick. B9 pushed out of the base. They did throw down a Winter's Curse there, so that is going to disrupt this momentarily, but B9 is still in some trouble. He's trying to force staff himself back in. A second force staff will come through. He's not dead yet, but there's going to be the Snowball coming through, but they actually caught Gunnar. They're going to toss him back. Can they kill him off, though? BKB comes out. Gunnar trying to get away. Abyssal Blade stun, locking him down, though. Gunnar's dead. Does he buy back? B9 has used his. Nouns would love to just walk away here without having to commit this, but Ryoya doesn't want to let them go. He's pushing in, but maybe he's pushing a little bit too far. Gunnar's going to buy back, TP's onto his teammate to get the kickback into the Walrus Punch. They're actually just keeping Ryoya way too isolated from his teammates, but Ryoya is so damn tanky, it's going to take him a little while to bring him down, but eventually they will find this kill. Supernova
thing with the Winter's Curse, but if you are DogChamp here, and you are still playing into this Aegis on Moo, you do not want to have to play versus Megas. The game is hard enough as it is. Doesn't really change too much. Oh no.
They got Yarn, they're setting him up, they'll take him down. He's got a buyback, and listen, maybe you don't have to pop Ryoya's, but you need Yarn in this fight, and yeah, he knows it. He's just going to buy back right away. Moon, meanwhile, goes back in for the tier 3. Hasn't gotten it just yet, but it is so low, 2 HP, and it does go down slowly but surely. Just at a glacial pace, ET, but Nouns are chipping away at these objectives.
And now with Costa Belite in, with the Ags, it's a little bit more damage. They pop the Arcanist armor. Well,
ooh. He does have the Aegis, so even if they bring him down, he's getting back up, but they'd rather not use it in that scenario.
In this game, and with the Fallen Sky, you can afford to do this on Moo, and they cannot glyph for the Rax. They have to glyph for the Ancient, but here's the jump.
Didn't get the Rax. Moo, though, is still fighting, and he does have that second life to work with, so he would love to just use that life right now as Yaren. That is not a great Winter's Curse, and Stonebank, he's dead. They'll take him down. Buyback coming in immediately, though, as this fight is going to break down, but oh, maybe it's not. Nouns got what they wanted. It was all a distraction. They kill Stonebank, they force the buyback, they get the Megas, and they are out.
And what did they use on Nouns? The Aegis times out, they get the reset. All their cooldowns don't really matter, but it was the Mirror Shield. That's what reflected onto Yaren. It's the chaos of these tier 5 items.
Gunnar got the kickback. He cannot die here. They have to do everything they can to save him. All hands on deck, boys. DogChamp got to go in, but Stonebank, he's dropping low. Ryoya coming in, getting the toss back, but he tosses him directly into Costabile. The Razor's pushing in. Stonebank dropping low. Stonebank taken down. They get the Walrus punched in onto Yaren as well, so they're going to be able to finish him off. He doesn't have a buyback either, and this might just be it. DogChamp are in trouble. Speed getting run back to the fountain. Ryoya, meanwhile, trying his best to fight, but they're going to kick Bloody 9 right back into the fray. They take him down first. Ryoya will now fall as well. He's got the buyback. He's going to have to use it, but at this point, the Ancient is going to be exposed. Tier 4 towers are under attack, and look at Moo and Costabile. They're actually going all the way to the fountain. They get the kickback onto the Tiny again, pushing Ryoya back into the fight. He's taken down again, and that's it. GG called, ET, and Nouns so goddamn patient, but when they get the moment, they pounce and they close it out.
And It wasn't pretty. It wasn't easy. It was a struggle till the end there, but the kick.
Right. Trinkets.